You can sit up and say that a woman on welfare shouldn't keep having kids because she's on welfare, but yet you're not on welfare and you keep having kids, but yet the daycare is raising your kids. You're not even raising your kids, but you use the excuse that you have to go to work. You just don't want to take care of your kids. Tell the truth. That's what it is. You don't like being around your own kids. So you keep on having them, probably for your husband or whatever your reason for keep having them kids. You keep on having them kids, but you ain't raising them kids. Somebody else raising them. And then you say, "Oh, I have to go to work to take care of my kids." You're not taking care of them. Somebody else taking care of them. You're financially supporting them. That's it. You're a financial provider. That's all you are. You're not a mother. So stop trying to make other women feel bad for their choice. At least they taking care of their kids, whether they on the government assistance or not. They raising their kids. Their kids gonna be okay. Yours, on the other hand, all you gonna ever say is you gave them some money, and they're gonna still resent you when.
Yo, are we all living the same life as far as like on this earth in this environment in the United States of America? I don't know where we are. I am so confused on everything that is being communicated right now. People have literally lost their mind. And you know the worst part about it is these are the people that are actually having the children, right? These are the people that are adults that we say have matured, that they have achieved a full brain development past the age of 24, 25, 26 years old, and they're opening up their legs to men with no protection, letting them skeet in them. And then often at times they have multiple children with multiple baby daddies, let's just be clear. And they are going out here and they having a whole bunch of children and then they putting them into the system that we would consider less than ideal for them if they don't have two parent households. And then next thing you know, they're going to grow up and be punching women in the streets of Chicago. This woman just said she compared a person that is responsibly going out and carrying a job in which they put their children in daycare temporarily while they go out and they are not dependent on government assistance. They are not dependent on taxpayers. They are not dependent on food stamps. They're not dependent on welfare. They're not dependent on Section 8. These are people that take care of their business. Their life choices mean that they have made the right decisions to go out and work. And let's be clear, I don't care what you do for a living. If you are working and taking care of your own and not dependent on the federal government permanently in order to raise your children, you winning. And she's comparing being on government assistance to those people. There are people that actually agree with her. That is the wild part about it. There are people that agree with this crazy mess, this crazy nonsense that this woman is spewing. And she's saying it with her tattooed chest, too. She's saying it with her back. She putting her all into this conversation. And she's basically saying to people, listen, fam, I'm just as good as you, even though you are giving your money to take care of me and my children. I feel entitled. It's the entitlement. The entitlement is what makes it 200 times worse. You're not getting a situation where people are saying, you know what? I appreciate the fact that I get a bridge to ultimately be able to take care of myself, and I would like to get off of government assistance. And this is one of the reasons why Trump has put restrictions and requirements on people getting this type of help, is because there are people in our culture, black, white, in this instance, it just so happened to be white. They are all over, all demographics, all nationalities, and they have made it they are experts, bro. They know what paperwork to file. They got their own caseworkers. They have been on it for a long time. They know their limits. They know the laws. They know what the requirements are. They know how many children they could have to get how much. They know that the man that they still in a relationship with or men that they still having sex with, they know where they are, but they make sure that they tell the people that, hey, they're not in our household so that they can continue to get government benefits. They are all over the place and they have become experts on how to take advantage of the system. And lo and behold, they also will spit in your face and tell you, yo, I deserve your money. You're not better than me because you actually don't depend on the system and take care of your children, which you then contribute into me. And if you had more money inside of your pocket, right, you deserve to give more to them because they need to have more children because they just as good, if not better than you. And they have the nerve to turn their nose up at you, who is a hardworking adult, mother, father, whatever, and taking care of their children. This is the entitlement that you get when you help people that don't necessarily care for themselves.
Y'all want to know why I can't work? I can't work because I have kids. Not that I don't want to work. I want to work. I want a job. I want a routine. But I have kids and no support system. I moved to a completely new state away from all of my family so that I can be in a better situation. And these are the steps and processes that I have to go through.
So you purposely left a place where you had community and you moved to a place to where you now have to depend more on the federal government for food stamps in order for you to survive. Also, on top of that, you keep choosing to have children, plural, more than one, that you can't take care of. Yet you say you want to work, but you can't work because they don't accommodate your schedule. And there's people out here every single day trying to figure out how to make ends meet so that they can take care of their children.
So with that being said, applying for jobs is not easy. I have this big of an availability and a lot of jobs don't like that. So when I'm going through the hiring process and we're going through availability and all of these things, and when my window is only 3 or maybe 4 hours where I can work, or initially I couldn't establish secure childcare. Yeah, I had a voucher, but I had a newborn infant, breastfed infant at that, where it's not easy to just leave my baby with anybody.
Why do these people keep having kids, bro? How do these people keep having kids, man? How, man? How? How are they not being required to tie their tubes and y'all not cutting these people off? I was hearing women on different videos that y'all was sending me saying that men need to get vasectomies. Women need to get vasectomies. Women need to tie their tubes. Whatever it is you want to call it, the women's legal version of the procedure, women need to cut it off. God, good Jesus, Lord have mercy.
Just so that I can meet all of y'all's standards and expectations. No, I'm going to continue to do what's best
Lord,
for me
Texas
and
is
my
so hot.
children and make sure they're good. If you don't like it, it's fine. God is on my side. And that's all that matters.
And then they brought Jesus into this. All right.
So
With the
now when
kids in the
things
background.
change, when I can find secure childcare that I trust, and my child and me are ready for her to go to daycare, then hey, when my kids, when
Plural, more than one, continuing to have them.
I can get my kids in the after school YMCA program to open that availability, then
More government assistance.
hey. But until then, being a mother just doesn't allow me to work right now, and I'm doing what's best for me and mine.
And then they saying it was so much.
If you don't like it, that's fine. But just remember, we could all be in my shoes.
No, we can't.
Any day, anytime.
No, 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 no. I, mm, mm. I hate having to pay taxes for these people. Let me know what y'all think inside of the comments. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. T-Chanley. 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. Always linking back in the description of the video to give credit regardless of whether I agree or not.